face down. Play your strongest card. My arena awaits us all. I built it myself, it's just down the hall. I wish this day hadn't come so fast. You see, I truly wanted your pain to last. Face up, face down. Attack or defend. Face up, face down. This battle's to the end. Face up, face down. Stay on guard. Face up, face down. Play your strongest card. All your cunning strategies, all the tricks you try, look like merely...
Hello everyone, sorry for that delay. We had an extended judge call, but we will be returning to the match where we're going into game 3 of Zach versus Alistair. We're going to head over to the table right now where the players are just getting ready to start the game.
Let's get straight on over.
Here we go, so they're shuffling up. Sorry about that, it was a lengthy judge call. But we will get back into this and we can carry on enjoying Yu-Gi-Oh! For those of you just tuning in, we've got actually Burning Abyss Kaiju versus Draco Pals. The Kaiju monsters haven't been revealed yet. We're pretty sure they've been slided out of this matchup because they're kind of irrelevant. Okay, I don't know who's got the first turn. That would be Zach's choice, actually. So Zach's most
likely going to go first, yeah.
Yeah.
So we see Alistair's opening hand there. He decided to keep the Vanity's Fiends in.
Okay, so he's going second and he is playing the Vanity Fiends. That's interesting. What else has he got in his hand?
Alistair has various Burning Abyss monsters. He has an Alec, a Libic, Farfar, and then a Fiendish Rhino Warrior.
Okay, and Zach's hand is Soul Charge. We have Draco Slayer Lecter, Maxi, Psyblocker came in, and Luster, Draco Slayer.
Yeah, he's got Vector, not Lecter.
Vector, not Lecter, sorry, my
yeah.
bad.
Actually, Zach chose for Alistair to go first. Alistair chose to summon a Libic, is that Libic, I think? That's Libic, and then just tribute it straight away for Vanity's Fiend. Zach actually has the out here. He can just play Psyblocker and call Vanity's Fiend.
And then he can actually play. That puts Alistair in a bit of an awkward position.
Yeah, well, I think that Zach... I couldn't see the extra card that Zach had. Okay, oh, he's got enough to be able to Pendulum Summon. Okay, so that's the card that he drew for turn.
Okay, he is actually committing quite a few resources into this Castell.
I think he has to get rid of that Vanity's Fiend.
Yeah, but if you look at that, that's 4 cards right there to out the Vanity's Fiend. He's got a Soul Charge though, right? Yes, he has, of course. So that actually is going to be huge right here because he can just go...
He might even... I can't remember if Psyblocker's once per turn or once per card name.
Soul Charge. 2 targets for 2,000 life points.
So the reason I was thinking it is because he could use Psyblocker again. Yeah, it's once per turn, so he can Psyblocker like Dante or something. That would be really good.
Yep. We're going to see perhaps I don't know what's being declared, if he's declaring something else. Oh, I think that's exactly what Zach's actually just checking. Yeah, the judge is checking. Zach considering his options.
Yeah, so Alistair's probably just trying to decide, am I going to be really upset by the side blocker call here?
He does reveal Dante from his extra deck. I'm not entirely sure why. Perhaps he's trying to influence Zach's decision.
Zach's really thinking about this now. Because he could go with something like a Twin Twisters or something to guarantee that he gets to keep his scales.
He needs to make a decision soon, otherwise he's going to get himself a slow play warning. Although these players do have a timing, well, that's irrelevant, but there was a time extension issued for the judge call, so there's still plenty of time in the round for them both to play.
Yeah.
However, extra time or time after the clock is ticked out is not free time that you get to then spend as much time as you want thinking. You can still be issued slow play warnings during this time. You must make sure all of your plays are taking place in a timely manner.
Yeah, so there was a question about the about Castell using its effect on a card that was declared by Sideblocker, and then there was just a little confusion about what he's calling with Sideblocker, and it is Dante.
It is Dante, yeah?
Yeah.
Alistair's up again, and he goes for the Fiendish Rhino. Quick glance at his extra deck. With lots of Burning Abyss monsters, he's going to be able to play lots of his cards this turn. It's so interesting how the Burning Abyss deck changed from when you had the first limited number of Burning Abyss monsters, he played lots of discard traps to essentially not pay the costs, to then moving to this more, it's all about just making very, very fast XE summons, and actually playing as minimum number of traps because you just don't ever want them in your back, in your spawn trap zone during your turn.
Yeah, so Alistair just converts his hand into the field there.
Yeah.
And he looks like he's going to make some...
He can't make Dante.
Exceed plays.
But he could make Phantom Knights of Breaksword if that's what he wanted. Or, okay, he could go... He's looking at Grand Pulse.
Yeah, Grand Pulse is that extra deck option to break scales. It's always a bit of a risk when you break the scales of Luster, because you're going to want to get rid of Luster. And if you do, then there's always that risk of Luster... Oh, okay, so he does decide to go with Vector.
He doesn't want that risk at all.
Yeah, I was just going to say there's always a risk because you can put it in the extra deck and then it's easily accessible. Whereas when it's there, it's safely not on the field.
Oh, interesting. He's going to go for Giga Brilliant, which is... there's actually a card yesterday. Forgive me, I'm trying to remember the name.
Digital Bug Corbage or something.
Yes, where you can upgrade it into a rank 5, which then has very, very good against defense position monsters.
Yeah, he's not playing it.
No, he's not. He's just going for Giga Brilliant.
Yeah. That just gets you over those really high attack monsters.
Yeah, because he's now got a 2100 attack Digital Bug. Sorry, not Digital Bug. Giga Brilliant and a 2100 attack Grand Pulse, which makes it the biggest monster in play.
Just enough to get over the Castell.
Yeah, here's an interesting one. Yeah, do you take out the Castell because it's non-replaceable, or do you take out the Perform Pal, which can actually increase the attack points of your monsters? Oh, he just pensions summons that back. So
yeah, it's all down to whether Zach has another scale to complete his scales in hand too. 2 cards in hand, I believe. Oh, it's the 2. I thought it was just 1. But yeah, it's might have stacked on top of each other.
Oh no, it was just 1 card. He's drawn up to 2. And he completes the scale. And uses the Luster to destroy Master, and then he'll search for himself another Master.
That's a very very lucky card to have there. Zach, one of the only people I know who shuffles his Yu-Gi-Oh deck like that.
Yeah, that
I
makes me
cringe
cringe
whenever I see
Yeah,
it.
like I flinched, but yeah, when people riffle shuffle, I mean, it was back in the day when you had things like the original Crush Card Virus in the deck, and you'd see people opponents, when you give your opponent the opportunity to shuffle your deck, like, can you please just not riffle shuffle that? It's still to this day, whenever I see people doing it, even like with regular pack of cards.
Yeah. Makes me cringe. He's attacking first.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was expecting a large Exceed play here. I thought Master was a small scale.
Is Master scale 3 or scale 5? Because then that would explain why he's not going anywhere.
I thought it was scale 3.
Oh, Unexpected Day. That would probably be part of the reason, because now he controls no monsters.
Oh, so now, okay, he's just going to make an unbreakable board.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was the case, it's just he wanted to play his Unexpected Day. 4 monsters out of nowhere. This is the problem with going against Pendulum.
Scale 3, was it? Probably into Omega.
Zach going to use Cypher Omega in his own main phase to take out his opponent's tour guide. Now we're going to see potentially. No, he wouldn't go for a Abyss Dweller here against a Giga Brilliant that's already got a higher attack. That doesn't really make sense. Or does it? I mean, we did see him do it last time against a field that was stronger than his. He just goes a Abyss Dweller. No, he's hovering Diamond Direwolf, I think.
I think it's a reasonable way to deal with it, and I think the Burning Abyss monster that's underneath Giga Brilliant is Barbar, so...
Yeah, he's going to shoot Zach for 900 damage.
Yeah.
But then he may not go for the full 900 because you kind of want some of those targets in there for Seer for when that pops up. And the Burning Abyss player is top decking, and the entire deck is based around putting 2 monsters together for a better one, and he just absolutely cannot do that.
Yeah, and one of the main card of his deck, Torguide from the Underworld, got banished by Omega.
Yeah, I mean, this is probably a good game for Alistair because Zach has a massive Pendulum Summon coming up.
Turn, yeah.
So all Alistair could do is really put 1 monster face down in defense.
Yep,
and
I saw that it was a Burning Abyss monster he drew.
Yeah. I mean, if he puts it face down defense, he gets his tour guide back. But then if Zach then just banishes the Omega, then Alistair loses over 2 turns. Yep. Master number 3.
Yeah, this is just going to be a massive Pendulum Summon this turn.
Yeah, but yeah, those are 2 cards in his hand. Those are not actually spells or traps.
This is such a shame for Alistair here. They had that tour guide taken away.
No, I think it's great play by Zach.
Yeah.
Hey, take a look at that. It's Rescue Rabbit.
I wonder if the rabbit has... He's just thinking about...
He probably doesn't have any targets left for it, really.
Yeah.
We've seen all 3 masters taken out of the deck.
Yeah. Well, he's playing... Yeah, he's only playing 2 Angel Trumpeteers.
Here's Dinosaur effect.
Something Grave.
Master.
I don't think that's enough.
Yeah, he needs to get up to 8,000.
Not quite enough there yet. That's a good maneuver. He's going to select a normal monster. He's going to get Angel Trumpeter.
That doesn't really go anywhere though, because none of his monsters he can synchro with, but he does get Master.
It's just a big... I think he's just going for a big attack monster, to be honest.
Yeah, just...
That's enough.
28?
36 plus 20... plus 2,000 plus 28.
Oh, I think he's under.
It is just under.
Oh no, he's offering the handshake though.
Nah, to be honest, the border was unbreakable.
Yeah, I mean he banishes the he can just banish the Cypher Omega again. Oh, well there you have it. That's the end of the match. I actually reading a message from my technical director. I'm not actually understanding.
Okay, so we've not got much time, so we're gonna wrap up really quickly because